Hello and welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and I want you to take a look at this field. This field it looks pretty nice, right? I know there's some smoke in the background and some sort of ominous noises, but let me just tell you, in this video, this field is going to turn into a field of hell. That's right, coming at you with some Warno. This is a replay analysis. Before I begin, I just want to say, if any of you guys who watch my videos have a replay that you think is interesting or awesome, you know, like, send it to me and I will review it. I enjoy doing that. And so yeah, just let me know down in the comments and we can coordinate on that. Also, if you're new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe the videos. I just got to 300 subscribers and I'm pretty pleased about that. So yeah, if you like them, just subscribe. You know, I play a bunch of different games, but recently I've been playing WARNO. Anyway, here we go. So we've got me playing 35th and Arto Viraskus Praskid over here. Yeah. So he's playing the 2nd Panzer Grenadier Division. Looking at deployments, I went with 2 CVs. We'll speed it up so we can see everything. He has a lot of ATGMs, some Fallschirmjägers, some stuff back here in Martyrs, and these Gepards, which I'll just give you a sneak preview. These Gepards drive me crazy in this game. They almost made me want to kill myself. So, alright, here we go. So, let's slow it down just a little bit so I can talk a little more about this. Yeah, he goes pretty wide. I go wide, but with definitely an emphasis here in the center. I sent this one Rozvedka over here just in case he goes around this side, and one sniper over here just in case he goes around this side. Definitely not enough to stop him from doing that, but just enough to see and maybe stop anything kind of rash, you know. Yeah, I think that's really all there is to talk about, so here we go. I get a slight tick. Not a big one, though. And I've got a lot of units coming forward into this this thing here. He does have a lot of forward deploy. I always I can never quite remember with this division what's going on. I see the ATGM pop out there. This OP Spetsnaz is like way out of position, and he's just running into a bunch of forward deploy. So I need to stop sending OP Spetsnaz. Oh, that's such a bad path. Barely makes it out alive. The 2 BMDs open up on the Milan, and yeah. So like I said, this field is going to you guys are gonna like this. This Milan 2 stuns a BMD. This OP Spetsnaz is gonna get shredded by the Fallschirmjäger. I think one of my Spetsnaz died. Another stun on the BMD, kind of unlucky for him there, but a Harrier comes in and drops a bomb on both of my Spetsnaz. They both die, so that was an extremely good bombing run for him. I don't know what to say. I do. That was just terrible. The Milan 2 finally gets a kill there, and my forward units have definitely gotten worn down here. We do get a kill on one of these Panzer Grenadiers. The other Martyr goes down. That's good. This Gepard causing some problems, and I was like yelling at my Metis when I was doing this because it like wouldn't. It like the ATGM just kept going into the ground. I don't know what was going on there. Over here, our Desantniki Metis are sparring with the Fallschirmjäger, and we've got our BMD infantry pushing up. Slight tick for me. Very slight tick as he gets his Leopard. I guess he didn't move fast, so I did get a bit of a tick there. Over here, not much going on. This OP Spetsnaz is one hit. I think the vision in here is like not very good. Like you have to. I think you want to keep it like way back here, and they can like see you in these buildings, so it's not a great place for an ambush. Maybe like right back here if they push through here. Leopard starting to open up on this Desantniki over here. pretty sad about my medices both dying, or I think one of them was like one hit over here. I sent in a plane here to kind of test stuff out. I was also still mad about that Harrier strike that killed the double Spetsnaz. And I'm just noticing this double Gepard spam. Very annoying. He smokes them off. They have smoke. They're so annoying. I don't know what to say. I pull away from this Fallschirmjäger because they are the better unit, and I try to finish off this Milan too. The Pioneer on disembarks. My Sneed plane, he does a good job of forcing my Sneed plane off. Desantniki fails to kill the Milan, of course. It's one hit. And now he runs into a Pioneer, and he... Oh, the Milan does go down. Okay, so that's nice. I try to pull him out. My thought here is like a line of BMDs along this this city and push in. That's my strategy. And he seems to be reacting to it by flooding his own infantry in. Pull this Metis back to get healed. That's a good thing. Medices are valuable, and as you can see, I give a general advance here, building up some AA back here, and he has Fallschirmjägers coming forward to reinforce. And as these boys sneak into the city, fighting begins. Desantniki BMD not in cover, so this is bad. But we are getting vision, and this BMD can now open, well, theoretically it can. Pull the BMD, the Desantniki back, kill a Fuchs, however you say that. BMD opens up on the Pioneer. This is really good. Any one of these Pioneers that we can take down is a good thing. These BMDs working along to the side. He seems to anticipate that by sending a Fallschirmjäger forward. Good call by him. Pioneer, heavily damaged. We have established a foothold here. More BMDs back here to support. Command Leopard coming forward. Some of his units are starting to look a little worse for wear. This is a good fight for us. It is just out of the range of the satchel charges. Skrazit moves forward to help support. High explosive bomb comes forward. Goes for that weakened BMD unit, and we fail to kill the Harrier, which was very irritating to me. I think at this point I do buy a lot more AA. We're doing damage to these. He's microing his infantry quite well. I think that this is a fun game just because we were both like feverishly microing our infantry, maybe to the detriment of our overall gameplay, but that's how it goes. He has successfully infested this with ATGMs and Fallschirmjägers, but we do have a bit of a foothold in here. We're getting angles, and we're killing some of his units, which is really what we want. We just want to like get some of these units down. I try to pull these back because I'm noticing that I'm out of infantry to have in the front line. But he pops his Fallschirmjäger out and it dies. Milan, as it moves forward, comes under fire from 2 BMDs. This is good for us. It goes down. That's 1 ATGM down. As you can see, this field is beginning to look a little bit less idyllic. Fires have broken out. There are dead bodies scattered around, craters from bombs. Fallschirmjäger see those BMDs, those Desantniki BMDs over there, but they open themselves up to BMD fire. Milan opens up on the BMD, does get it. This is not a good fight for us because of the Milan. So OP Spetsnaz is one guy sitting here, ready to have his moment. And one thing that I'm doing a lot is resupplying my units. Another BMD goes down to this Milan. This Milan is now an issue. Start to open up on it, get some suppression in. Sneed comes out. He does a good job of turning off his Gepards, and the F-16 pulls off before it can get the Sneed, I think. Nope, I think it gets it. Yeah, he kills my Sneed. And then my MiG fails utterly to escort the Sneed. But we have pushed out this Jaeger, and this Leopard is now in trouble. It's pushed forward out of its comfort zone. That's a good kill to have that Leopard down. This Desantniki pulled back to the supply, and at one point, I think, yeah, here it is. This is a supply helo that he killed with artillery. I don't know how he saw it at all. Like, looking at this, I have no idea how he saw that, but he artillery striked it and it died. Very, very sad. Pioneers starting to infest this city. Very annoying. Spetsnaz, I think, basically win, but it's hard for them to win against Pioneers. You want to catch them out at range and be able to push in with BMDs, because they can't fight against vehicles. They have Gansi setting up over here, starting to move forward. Over here, nothing. We're both just, like, all in on this position. Pioneers move up. Desantniki BMD in a bad position immediately. Pretty good reaction time, if I may say, with my Afghansi back. And that's not a terrible trade for us. That one's half health. We're still putting fire on it. Pretty good reaction speed, if I may say. His Pioneers move back. I push the BMD forward to keep putting fire on them. HE bomber comes up, but it goes down. And as you can see, this once idyllic field has become a battlefield. Sneed comes out again. Doesn't see the Gepard, of course. Gepard sees it, of course. And we get a crit, and it's just a general failure. This dies, has to repair for a long time. Over here, we are starting to swarm into the city. We've got a decent sort of backbone of BMDs, sort of. Actually, looking at it, maybe starting to wear away. This one's moved forward. I should have kept pushing. I don't know why I didn't. I guess I just assumed he had more than he did. A bunch of martyrs moving forward. He has the same idea. We do have a lot of infantry stacked up in here. Spetsnaz back here. I should be spreading these out so it doesn't get bombed or artillery striked. Continuing to move units back to get healed. I have another supply helo, and this is what it looks like when it's not dead. Pioneers move up again. Come under fire from over here. Good range for us. These martyrs are causing issues. It's a lot of martyrs. SOP Spetsnaz are still alive over here. The battle here is broken out. Spetsnaz not in a great position here. They're out of cover. They are getting there. Urban combat in here. Trade is definitely not going terribly for us. Pull this Desantniki back, put the Spetsnaz in their place. And a lot of his infantry is basically dead, but my Spetsnaz is starting to take a bunch of damage. This cohesion is terrible. Don't understand why these aren't dying. And as the martyrs move in, it's definitely time to go. Let's push forward here. BMD sees this. Spetsnaz trying to fight, and I do find them moving back. Martyrs. So lucky. I guess he targeted this instead of that, so just unlucky on my part. Spetsnaz do go down to the bomb. So sort of maybe a unclear engagement of who won there. Both lost units. I think we killed his plane though, so I think that does put us ahead. Over here there's a fight that's happening, but we did kill a vehicle here, which I think that hero OP Spetsnaz got. I think he got it. But this push of leopards is not good. We don't have a lot of ATGMs here, and now I'm thinking, how am I gonna get the ATGM set up? A lot of my BMDs are now dead. He still has a fair amount of martyrs, but it's definitely not clear who's won this yet. Thessaloniki BMD now outnumbered. Martyr moves up, and this is where I'm starting to see a major issue. I push the Spetsnaz forward and walk into a line of Fuchs and Martyrs. The worst possible situation. Spetsnaz immediately stunned. Try to pull them back, and they get a... Oh, I guess he changed targets here. I guess he might have left off on the side. Pull back again. Afghansi trying to hold their own, pulling them all back. Trying to get this Thessaloniki in here to get an angle on all these vehicles. Spetsnaz keep pulling back, they're almost dead. Get out of the building. One martyr down. Thessaloniki opens it again. Another martyr down. Now it's just the Fuchs. We can't see. And we get it. 3 vehicles down. 1 Thessaloniki, very nice. And our ATGM line back here is picking up. We do get a helicopter forward, but then the Gepard moves up and completely destroys it. Those Gepards are so good against helicopters, it's insane. This BMD's out of ATGMs, but I think this Martyr is as well. Oh no, this isn't a ATGM Martyr. That's really bad. I don't know. Does he have to do that? This Spetsnaz, by the way, survives. 2 dudes. This hero Thessaloniki BMD is a little out of position, but my opponent has forced me out of this region, but we are still infested in here, and he lost a lot of vehicles, so now this is clear. This is free fire for my Spetsnaz if I can get them forward. This Thessaloniki BMD should be moved back. Resupplying this Spetsnaz. And at this point I am bringing up some ATGMs, more BMDs to form the back line. Maybe over it. No, I think this is the right call, keeping him somewhat back, because I had no idea what exactly he had. Panzer Grenadiers go down to the Spetsnaz. Continuing to heal my units and bring them back and push them forward. And this thing was so annoying. He had artillery here that was just like completely destroying me. Yeah. Kills another one of my planes with his Ihawks and Gepards. So Afghansi is almost dead. I think the hero Thessaloniki died over here. Getting more of a build-up. Panzer Grenadiers and Pioneers. Standard. Can't really go wrong with that. BMDs push forward. Basically just for vision. Run into some leopards. Which one would think my ATGMs would be good against here. Pop smoke. Look here again. The popped smoke. Oh, we do get the ATGM there. You can just see the wave of them. It's pretty brutal. Fallschirmjäger go down. I think we lost 1 BMD there. No, I don't think we did actually. 3 BMDs move forward. That was a good exchange for us. Over here the artillery is continuing to rain down. In retrospect, I should have pulled out my own artillery at some point. Just bad at artillery in this game. It's not good. This BMD supports at long range with this Thessaloniki against the Panzer Grenadier. I pull back the Thessaloniki because if the BMD can hold vision, just pull us back and get him healed. Get some Thessaloniki BMD into here. With their RPG, they should be able to kill a lot of stuff that tries to pull through here. I think he got that out, just barely. This Spetsnaz is fully healed. The Spetsnaz can use some resupply on its rocket launcher. Leopard kills a BMD that was out of position. Should have either been pulled back or pushed forward. Afghansi pulling forward. Start firing the Thessaloniki. BMD opens up on the Pioneers. At long range, we're not doing a lot. Sneed might have got... Oh yeah, it like stunned the Gepard or something. It was so pathetic. This ATGM is having a duel with the Leopard over here. Two push forward, both miss. Stuns the Leopard. Afghansi push up, and there's a lot of weakened stuff in here, but there is a Pioneer right there which will destroy it. Pull it back pretty much immediately. More Pioneers starting to flood in, and oh my goodness. If there's ever been a place for long. Descending BMD show up there. Oh, that's so clumped. My homosexuals are having a hard time. Maybe I should have done Conkers. Maybe that would have been better. Battle breaks out again. Got a wave of infantry coming forward. Descending BMD getting in a fight with the Pioneers. Not a great fight. But if anything, it's just getting us submitted. Spetsnaz wipes something out right there. The other Spetsnaz move forward. BMD goes down to the Leopard. Where's that going? Okay. So much stuff clumped there, it's crazy. Get a big wave of stuff out here in the open, but a little worried about AA. Kind of stalling out here with, and something, my Sneed just flies over there. This map is really hard to Sneed with because this hill in the middle makes it really hard to see things. BMD routs the Pioneers, starts getting in a fight here. Artillery rains down over here, this is not good. A lot of his infantry's gone down at this point. Spetsnaz trying to fight here. I'm not quite sure why they aren't getting in the fucking building. Afghansi open up to start helping, but they come under fire. Spetsnaz stunned by the fumes, I guess. Just pull them back. And they get insta-killed by an artillery strike. I was very upset about that. It made me extremely angry. I felt anger in my heart because of that. Rocket Helo comes forward just in case there's a breakthrough. I was a little worried about this. Desantniki Metis moving forward. Spetsnaz doing a good job of weakening down these Pioneers. They are taking that satchel charge damage, that Pioneer special. Afghansi moving building to building. Smoke goes like completely the wrong direction, but I guess it still works. Spetsnaz winning this fight, just raw small arms fire against the Pioneers. And he pulls them out just in time, well played, as the artillery comes in. I try to make my Spetsnaz leave, and I can't remember if I succeed. Stunned. I guess it gets out one hit. Afghansi pullback. Artillery comes in again. What is that? How is it able to be so accurate from so far away? ATGMs open up into this these vehicles trying to move around my opponent's left flank here. High explosive bomb comes out. Not sure what that's going for. We harm the Leopard. We do get the Martyr, but we lose our BMD. Now it's just the Metis and a wounded homosexual without ammo. Wounded homosexual goes down. So this Spetsnaz did survive. High explosive bomber flies over here, I guess to check for AA. Which there is none. So the infantry is definitely worn down a little bit, but he still has some pioneers and and a lot of vehicles. Thessaloniki not in a great place right here. BMD should be pushing forward to help. But at this point I'm getting a little nervous. Still basically no points for either of us. Homosexual gets a hit, but it does nothing. Thessaloniki BMD do survive. I should pull them back at this point. Tornado comes through, doesn't die. Afghansi fighting bravely. Just calmly block. Pull the Afghansi back. Gets exploded by artillery, of course. With one first shot. Why would anything else happen? Like, what is this? I don't understand. Afghansi open up on the pioneers. It's outside of satchel range. Fire. These two Fuchs push forward. One goes down. This one is in the perfect position to kill this homosexual right here. And I do push some Metis over here to try to kill it. I'm just shocked that it was able to get here without dying to the homosexuals. Unfortunately the Metis does get a side shot on it, but it's right as a bunch of his tanks are pushing forward, which is when I needed him to be doing that. So definitely an error on my part not supplying all this and maybe like reinforcing it with infantry and recon and stuff. I don't quite know exactly what I should have done differently, but there's something wrong with the situation. I'll just put it that way. Bringing forward Spetsnaz GRU just to get some vision, and they have like good stats, but they're expensive and I don't know, they just kind of die. Homosexual finally gets a shot off on something over here. Routes a leopard. I don't know why. Okay, so I just can't see that. I guess it needs to be like there. This homosexual fires at that. Does a fair amount of damage. Over here, Afghansi doing really well. This is like the ideal situation. Homosexual fails. They both fail. One's out of ammo. The other one dies. Afghansi get a sort of unfortunate move order here. I should have just left him there. I'm not sure what I was doing. I think I must have thought that the satchels were in range, so I just wanted to go into close quarters. And I think they can use their satchels in... Yeah, so we fail that. Very sad. Very sad. I don't know why I did that. Spetsnaz moves forward. 2 Afghansi dead. BMD moves forward to fight the Martyr. We do win that. Up on the Pioneer, the Spetsnaz trying to get away. Both of us looking a little bit worse for wear. My opponent looking strong in this little section here. I am looking strong over here. Send forward Rezvedka. They have these little machine gun vehicles that aren't bad, and now I'm realizing that I'm completely out of ATGMs. We do have a homosexual here to try to fight off these leopards. But of course it misses. I have a rocket helo kind of playing defense. I did pull out my artillery but forgot to use it. ATGM routes one of them. We're really like sacrificing our infantry here. I guess this one can't see that one. Okay. Artillery rains down right where that homosexual was. And kills it. Like, does he have like radar or something? Like, what is this? That's wild. At this point, a lot of my units are moving forward, kind of trying to wrap around here as he pushes through here. This infantry is not looking good. This leopard is out. Is having a free-for-all. This is the ideal situation for a leopard. Like, I can't even... This thing is bugged or something. And dies. Over here there's a push. And I'm very worried about this because this is utterly undefended. Luke see the Spetsnaz GRU. We completely miss our anti-tank round. Get stunned and die. Send a Aquila here to shut some of this down. We do have a lot of ATGMs, which is exactly what we need here. I'm not sure what that's shooting at. That is so crazy. This Luke's got so lucky. I can't even believe it. 5 ATGMs later it dies. 6 ATGMs later it dies. The Aquila's moving forward. Over here there's a stall. He's trying to push his leopard into the point. And I guess I don't quite understand how he didn't here. This was a mystery to me. I guess he sort of sat here. He pops smoke. We stun that. Loses all of its morale. 2 Aquilas are here. F-16 moves forward, of course. It completely kills my Aquila. 1 hit. And I guess he just didn't want to move forward. Aquila, and it dies. We killed it. So that's pretty much the end of the threat there. And Aquila pushes off a lot of these infantry. I do finally fire with this. I'm curious how this went. How does my artillery fare? Terribly. Doesn't do anything. We lose a MiG-29. Laser-guided bomb came out to help deal with that. Didn't really work. I guess we do get the Leopard eventually, but that's, he could have pulled out of there. Finish off the tank there, so that's a lot of points gone. And at this point, I would say that, like, as far as points on the map, we are definitely looking superior here. But he's still just entrenched in there. These machine guns definitely doing work. Helping shut down infantry. And this is a CV right there that just died, so that's not good for him. And at this point, I give a general advance into this point, kind of feinting. Like, it wasn't premeditated, but I was like, he probably thinks I'm going for this. And I was like, alright, maybe it'd be better to switch over here suddenly. Leave all this behind. High explosive bomb comes out. And completely destroys like 5 units. So, yeah. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but he seems to see what I'm doing. I pull forward a CV. Artillery comes out to handle this Fallschirmjäger. The Spetsnaz die. And Leopard has free fire as we sort of slowly cross this street. IHawk just totally destroy a MiG-29 that was over there for some reason. And here comes the CV. Leopards everywhere for defense, but we do have a ton of OP Spetsnaz, or I guess 1.5 OP Spetsnaz. And we start getting in a fight with this Fallschirmjäger Aufklarer. My opponent's infantry is moving forward. I send these Conkers forward. I'm not quite sure why. I think I was still worried about tanks. Artillery, or no, a rocket helo starts killing these infantry here. And we do get our CV into the zone. Decapping it. Right here, the OP Spetsnaz kill a Leopard heroically. OP Spetsnaz then run into the Aufklarer here. And the enemy artillery... Oh no, that was something else. I think it was this guy. Finally got that. Okay, I thought it was the artillery that destroyed it. I was so bad at this game. And these reinforcements arrive, but we do have the tick, which is what we need. But really just terrible that I couldn't get it sooner, or that I couldn't leave it in there a little longer, and I don't even know what to say. We've been pushed out of here. We just sacrificed everything to take this. So now the dangers. There's 6 minutes left. We do have a small tick. He does have a CV to take it back. The question is, can we hold off? We're at 100. This is what we need right here. If we can stay 100 ahead, we can win the game. If it's less than 100, it's a draw. So we have this wall of ATGMs, and this is more than enough time for him to turn this around and win. So I am not happy. I'm so mad about his artillery at this point that I'm like losing my mind. Everything's like dead. My opponent has reinforced this. The Germans have held out, held the town. But he does get his point back. Pops smoke and protects his what's it? We do get another Leopard here, so I guess our artillery wasn't terrible. Aquila and Rocket Helo shutting down some of this infantry. MiG-29 kind of checking this out. IHawk here. These are valuable infantry kills. I needed to keep these this artillery firing. It's definitely something I need to work on. I just sort of forget about it. I think what I should do is keep it closer to the front so I can see it. And then it's more accurate too, so I'll probably lose it more, but I'd rather like lose it and remember to use it a few extra times than just have it back here and not do anything. I think they reload faster or aim faster too. I'm not quite sure. We fire at something over here. What are we looking at? These Leopards are getting targeted. Rocket Helo comes into the line of sight of some Gepards. This artillery continues to rain down, definitely wounding these Leopards. It's 135 to 0. And my prospects of like taking a point are not high. Yes, 4 minutes left. Backs that off. Bring these, so what I'm worried about now is this. Bring these mortars forward, and I'm not sure what they're even shooting at here. Aquila comes forward to shut down this infantry, and I know it's probably going to die to a plane, but I just need this to die. F-16, of course, gets a perfect pass on it and kills the Aquila, no problem. All my AA is like gone too. I think I don't understand how that all died. Like I said, I over-focused it back here. And the Gepard. This Gepard was triggering me so much. Pop smoke over here. The Gepard comes forward right as my CV comes forward. I hate Gepards. I hate them. Laser guided bomb utterly fails, I think. Yeah, it doesn't send off its bomb. And the Gepard kills my CV. Over here, our ATGMs get a hit, but he used his smoke already. And it does go down, so now we can just forget about this Gepard. But it's like, I have nothing to kill it with now. Everything is dead. So it just waltzes through here and kills a bunch of my mortars. And so my opponent's last chance here is in the next 2 minutes to push through to here, which is no, it's just a 1 point. So it's kind of not, it'd kind of be a Hail Mary at this point. And I do have a lot of ATGMs, and for some reason I decide in this last few minutes to just push forward with everything to like try to occupy him. Um, definitely not a good plan, because this is just ATGMs and like some infantry. Like, it's not gonna work well. I'm not quite sure what I was doing. I was bringing the CV forward too, to maybe try to sneak in there. Ah, this Gepard was triggering me beyond belief. I was losing my mind. Over here, another Gepard. Kills a Conkers. My Conkers both miss. And it pops smoke and gets out. 1 minute for my opponent to get some points here. And it looks like he's just gonna like gather up what he has and try to go for this point. Hitting the move fast order. And now all of my ATGMs are not in position. He has 50 seconds. So artillery is now vulnerable. Desantniki Metis pushing through this way, but he has like a perfect sort of Alexandrian hole in here. So sort of Gargamella situation. He sort of tricked me to push forward. Oh, I do get the tick here. I didn't know that I did that. Okay, that's pretty big. Recon Helo comes forward, but he does have Gepards that will just shut it down utterly. And at this point, I'm like, oh my... I didn't know that I got that. I thought I was doomed. I'm like, wait, I have an OP Spetsnaz that I put here in the beginning of the game. Oh wait, it misses utterly. Okay, and that was that. So that's the end. We did get the victory. He killed way more things than we did. This OP Spetsnaz did really well. I felt like my BMD usage was quite good. I think I really was. I think I've finally starting to kind of get the idea of a BMD, an infantry fighting vehicle. I'm starting to get it a little better. Otherwise, nothing. Yeah, again, the OP Spetsnaz, I guess, got a lot of kills. Afghansi, I feel like we're doing a lot of damage, maybe not getting kills. None of my Spetsnaz did that well. This Metis did alright. This thing, okay, my artillery wasn't doing absolutely horribly. Interesting. Yeah, so, but nothing like really truly standing out. For my opponent though, his units did pretty well. His planes were doing well. This artillery, look at that. How is that not broken? Panzer Grenadier cleaned up for like what a Panzer Grenadier is. That's actually insane that it killed all that stuff. Some of his Leopards did alright. But I guess it just wasn't quite enough. Oh, and his Gepards. I don't even want to talk about Gepards. The word Gepard just makes my skin crawl anyway. Oh, my neck hurts. Okay, I think that's all. I will see you guys in the next one. And again, if you have any replays, send them in. I'd like to see some of you guys' stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching. See ya.